Hi, welcome back to Kind Yoga with Meg. I'm Meg, and I like to post my classes online for everybody that's following me in class. They can kind of hone their practice at home, and anybody else who wants to join in and share the practice with us can absolutely do so. So this month, new practice, we follow it for about 4 to 5 weeks in class, and then I post it online, as I said. So this one is a great foundational building class, a lot of leg strengthening, some opening of the spine and chest and twists and detoxing going on, and just lots of great stuff. It's a fun little practice, a little nugget for you. So just do what you can with it. Again, follow your breath. Your breath is your guide into each posture, allowing you to kind of release into it. Use that inhale to expand and grow, and allow that exhale to release you into it. And if you feel something's working for you, stay longer and then just catch up in the end. It's really a practice for you and allowing yourself to grow within your practice and kind of bring up all that stuff that's in you, that strength, that patience, that adaptability, that balance that you have within you. It's always there. We're just kind of working it, tweaking it a little bit every time we meet and share a practice together. So we'll get started. I always begin a practice setting up a little foundation in the body, the heart, the mind, kind of allowing ourselves to arrive into the space that we'll be working in. So we take this moment here to allow our bodies to settle onto our mats, our carpets, our ground, whatever you have, it's fine. And if your mind is wandering off, that's okay. Just take some breaths and bring the breath back into your body, into your whole body. And allow the thoughts of the mind to kind of dissolve and settle and just dissipate slightly as you bring your attention towards your breath and towards being in this seated position. If you're feeling uncomfortable or tight, put a block or a blanket under your pelvis to ease any tension. You can stretch your legs out at any time. Give yourself what you need. It's a practice of feeding yourself, not fighting with yourself. Bring your attention to your tailbone. Allow it to settle. Your sits bones are rooting with the earth. And now from that rooting, we take that nourishing breath up the length of the spine and start coming back to our true length, creating space between each vertebra of the spine with the breath that is your cushion. Few breaths here to lengthen, creating that foundation of a long, strong spine, leaning back into your invisible wall, so your head is leaning back as well into the wall, and your abdominal wall will engage for you to keep you nice and tall. Breathing into the rib cage, expanding into every space between each rib. Don't forget about your back body and under those shoulder blades, and exhaling, settling, and letting any tension, any conflict, any heaviness from the shoulders, tightness over the heart and chest, releasing it with that exhale. Same expansive breath when you're ready into the belly, breathing between the belly button, lower back, between the right and left waistlines, and down into your pelvic floor. And as you exhale, lift the lower abdominals off that pelvic floor, squeeze that belly into the lower back, and expel that breath, allowing it to drag with it any conflict, anxiety, anything causing some indigestion. As you try and digest the world around you. Returning back to ourselves and our true strength within us, our true calm, We're going to move into some breath holding. We'll start with 5 seconds, maybe increase it to 7. Inhaling through the nose for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Holding the breath. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhaling slowly through the nose. 3, 4, 5. Hold the breath out. 4, 5. Increasing if you can. Inhaling 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it in. Good. Exhaling through the nose. And hold that breath out. Wonderful. Coming back to your natural breath. Breathing in. And exhaling. Take a moment with a couple more breaths here to feel the byproduct of that pranayama breath holding. Possibly creating more space in your body, your lungs, your diaphragm. Maybe just really feeling the release of heaviness and conflict in the body. Some tension has been released. Wonderful. Let's welcome ourselves to our practice. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I wish you a practice of balance and strength building, patience and adaptability. Let's inhale, swing the arms to the side, interlace those fingers, push the palms up to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest, hands behind the head. And then inhale, look up towards the sky, open up those elbows, drop those shoulders. Take a couple breaths here. Exhale, releasing the shoulders and opening the elbows. Keep your belly strong so you're not arching into your lower back. Leaning back into that kind of beach chair. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, clasp the fingers at the tailbone. Inhale, looking up with the heart, pull the shoulders together, round them together, not up into the back of the skull. Exhale, chin to the chest, pull the belly in and round forward. Keep the belly strong so you're not leaning from your lower back. Inhale, from the abdominal wall, stretch it up. Same thing, we're going to add on. Exhale, tuck the chin, hands behind the head. Inhaling, looking up. Exhale, leaning back into your beach chair. And then from here, you can give little twists to each side. Easy does it, especially if you have lower back issues. Make sure your abdominal wall is nicely engaged. And if you can take it further, you can hook your elbow to the inside of the knee. Once you have that hook, you get a beautiful leverage to work with to open up the opposite side. Oh, it gets right down that rib cage so nicely. And you can switch sides, inhaling, returning, exhaling, settling, and opening. Taking the time. Go at your own pace with this. And when you feel settled on each side, inhale, stretch those palms back up, return to center. Exhale, clasp the palms at the tailbone, roll the shoulders together. Good, looking up. Exhaling, chin to the chest, rounding. And let's gently rock side to side here into each shoulder. Nicely waking up the shoulders, the neck. And then inhale, roll it back up. Feel the rush of blood down the arms, through those shoulders. Stretch. Exhale, left side bend. Reaching into the left side with those right fingertips. Dropping the elbow towards you. It doesn't have to drop to the ground. Make sure to keep the right sits bone on the ground so you have something to reach away from. Otherwise, you're just traveling together. Good. Open up the top arm. I like this light above me because you can see that the shadow's covering my face. And we want to open up and let that light in. Reaching, reaching, reaching. When you feel you've had an adequate stretch, let's come up to a balance.
reaching over to the left palm rather. Get it in line with the knee. And let's pull the hips right over that knee. Get the outside of your right foot on the earth and extend the fingertips up. Inhale. Maybe on an exhale you want to reach up and over, maybe arcing into the rib cage a little bit. It's up to you. Try to avoid collapsing into your supporting shoulder. From here, engage your belly and inhale. We're coming up into our balance. Stretch. Lovely. And from here, maybe bending the knee, reaching the foot for the inside of the right hand. When you have hold, you're pushing the foot into the hand, opening across the belly, the hip, the rib cage, perhaps releasing completely across the head, neck, and jaw. Inhale, extend, come back to the balance, full strength. Exhale, let's come to gate, so we're releasing the right foot down. Give a little bit of energy down into that right hip and over. If you want to release the hand down, you can. And again on this side, open up so there's no shadow over your face or heart. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, let's return back down to the earth. Cross the legs. And we'll reverse it. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, right palm to the earth. Soften into the elbow. I'm going to move myself over a little bit here so we have some space. Keep the left sits bone grounded. Open up the top arm. No shadow over the heart or the face. From here, we're going into our balance. Engage the belly. Inhale, right palm. Extend through the left leg. You can have your arm up towards the sky. Keep the hip over the knee. Maybe arcing over, extending and expanding into the rib cage. And then inhale, extend and open up into your balance. Strength from the core. Bending the knee, grabbing hold of the foot, pushing the foot against the palm to open up the space around the hip, the belly, across the chest, head, neck, and jaw. Find your strength in this balance and let go into it. Your strength comes from the surrendering. Inhale, extend, full strength from the core. Exhale, release the left foot, stretch up into gate, hand encouraging the left hip to release down. And maybe over into it. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, returning back down to the earth. Roll out your shoulders. Roll out the neck a little bit. Oh, so good. All right. Let's extend the legs out in front of us, lengthwise on our mats. And just allow yourself to drop into a little fold here. Alternate dropping the different feet and then get the hip to coordinate with the foot that's dropping down. So we're encouraging the hips to move with the feet, kind of like salsa dancing. And then just settle the body down. Good. Let's take an inhale, slide, rolling through the spine, arms up, and let's cross our left heel to the outside of the right sits bone, right foot over the left knee. Inhaling, stretch. We're going into a spinal twist. Exhale, wrapping that left arm around your right knee. Your hand is back here for support. You can put a block under it, you need to, but don't lean into it. We're pushing off of it rather than pushing into it. So you build the strength along your spine. Your core muscles are engaged to help you keep that lengthened spine. Drop your right sits bone. As you lengthen up on an inhale, you'll feel the stretch. Exhale, from the belly, we're twisting. You can extend your right arm back if you feel that's okay for your back. If not, keep your hand down. From here, inhaling, maybe the fingertips up to the sky, ground your right shoulder. Don't lift it just yet. And if you want to, inhale into the fingers, exhale over to a side bend. Keep the belly and the thigh connected. We're going to get into that a little bit later as well. Oh, feel the right sits bone grounding as you reach away. Inhale, stretch it up, such a gorgeous stretch. Exhale, extend the legs out, and you can forward fold. But let's keep going. Inhale, rolling it up. And let's bring the right heel to the outside of the left sits bone, left leg crossing over the right knee here, and inhale, stretch up. You can always extend your left leg if that's easier. Exhale, we're twisting. Right arm wraps around that left knee. Connect the belly and the thigh. Ground your left sits bone, inhaling for length. Exhaling, we're twisting. Adding the back arm if you want. Always breathing. Inhaling, left arm up, ground the shoulder. Exhale, up and over. Keep twisting open. Let the light over the chest and the face. Feel the belly expand up against that left thigh as you breathe. Inhale, turn to front, stretch it up. Exhale, extend the legs, forward fold. We're going to keep moving into this. Inhale, roll it up. Bend the knees, plant the feet, stretch up. Nice lengthened spine from the lower back. Exhale, let's go into a nice reverse tabletop. Keep the elbows pulled into each other. Try not to sit into those shoulders. And if your wrists don't like this, drop down to forearms. From here, you're going to inhale and float the pelvis. We're going to keep adding on to this. Do what you can with it. Inhale your right leg up to the sky. Flex it. Exhale as you flex, get it in line with the left. 2 more of these. Inhale up. Exhale, flex. You can tuck the chin or release the head. 1 more time. Inhale up. Exhale, we're going to hold it here. Inhale, lift the pelvis. Exhale, release the foot. Drop the pelvis. Grab underneath those knees and round it out. That's your dessert at the end of your nourishing dinner. You get a little sweet. This is your sweet. Inhale, roll it up, stretch. Let's nourish ourselves with some strength. Exhale, palms to the earth, elbows pulled together, shoulders down. Inhale, float. Exhale, settle yourself in this position. Inhale, left foot up. Exhale, flex and release down. Inhaling up. Exhale down, flex the foot, get that stretch. 1 more time. We're going to stay here for a breath. Lift, float. Exhale, release the foot. Nicely done. Time for some sweet. Rock into each shoulder. Roll it all the way down and let's have some fun rolling back and forth. Just a little bit to roll out the spine. I've been doing this the last few months in my classes. When you're finished with this, you want to have your feet nice and wide. You're going to roll up to a nice wide-legged squat. So my feet are just wider than a mat if I was on a standard mat. But I want to show you this angle because I'm not pushing my pelvis up. I'm dropping it down, but I'm not in a full squat. I want to get the muscles of your thighs activated, build up that strength. Your elbows are resting here, your spine is long. You feel the heat in your legs, that's good. 1 more full breath. Building strength. Inhale, stretch it up. On your exhale, we're moving into goddess. Open the toes, a 45-degree angle. Drop the tailbone, open up the elbows. Beautiful. Try not to push the pelvis out. Keep the lower abdominals rising. Build that strength in your foundation. Inhale, stretch it up. Turn the toes forward. Exhale, here we go. Palms to the earth. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, palms to the earth. Let's walk it back. Plank, and we're going to chaturanga down. You can always drop to the knees first. Inhale, just lift the torso here. Exhale, tuck the toes down, dog. Inhale, feet to hands. Exhale, sleeping chair. We're speeding it up. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale up, back bend if you want. Exhale, forward fold, hop or walk. Plank, chaturanga. Inhale, just lift the torso, drop the legs. Exhale, tuck the toes down, dog. Inhale, hop or walk those feet to meet your hands, full squat or chair pose. Inhale, spring up. Exhale, chair pose or full squat, whatever's part of your practice. Inhale, spring up. Exhale, forward fold, hop or walk, plank through your chaturanga. Drop the body, inhale, lift the heart. Tuck the toes. Exhale, push back down dog. Inhale, hop or walk those feet to meet your hands. Sleeping chair. Inhale, roll it up slowly, slowly, slowly. Just building some heat here. Now we're slowing it down. Bring your hands to heart center and stay for a moment. Feel the beating of your heart and the pace of your breath slowing with the slow of your heartbeat. And when you're ready, open your palms. Beautiful. Take more time if you need it. A little bit of balancing here. Inhale, we're going to stretch those arms up. Float your right leg to tree. Exhale, hands to heart center. So from here, you can keep your left hand at heart center and reach, your right hand at heart center rather, and reach your left fingertips up to the sky. You can always just stay in full tree. Take an inhale. We're not staying too long in each of these balances. Exhale over to the right side if you want. Almost like a dancing tree. The right palm gives a little pressure to the left for balance so you stay centered. Inhaling, stretching up, turning the knee forward. Exhale, extend the leg back. Warrior 3. Inhale, fingertips forward. Stay on your exhale. Inhale, swing the arms down, float the leg forward, moving into eagle. Exhale, right leg crosses over, right elbow rests in the left. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, sit a little deeper. We're not staying. Inhale, float up, plant the feet, keep the elbows wrapped. Exhale, lift the lower abdominals and tuck the elbows into the center of the rib cage. So if you see it from the side view, you see my back is super arched up top. It has nothing to do with my lower back. I've lifted my lower abdominals and isolated the top of my rib cage. I call this releasing the demon from the upper back. Big breaths into that upper back. And then inhale, we've closed the heart. Now open it up. In cactus, exhale. Inhale, stretch it up. I'll go to a side view. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhaling, palms to the earth. Walk yourself back to a plank. You can always drop to your knees. Inhale, float the right leg forward. Stay on your exhale. Keep the inside of your thigh and the outside of your rib cage connected. Inhale, right fingertips forward. Exhale, twist open. Keep the body and the thigh connected. So you can stay right here. You can drop the knee as you wish. You can bind this, which is an option. Try the elbow first, left onto the right leg, maybe crossed over the right leg. Keep the spine lengthening with every breath, every change you make. Wrap your right arm around, maybe wrapping your left arm around. And wherever you are, take a nice lengthening inhale. Connect the heel through the crown of the head. Exhaling, twisting. Beautiful work. Find the place to breathe. And then inhale, plant your left palm back, open up the right fingertips. Exhale, reach that hand forward. Jostle a little bit forward and back. And then release the hand down on your next exhale. Inhale, pull the right hip back, going into pyramid. Your back toes can be off the ground. You can also drop to a 45-degree angle. So you can keep your hands on the ground, the block, clasped, whatever works for you. Release the head, neck, and jaw. Beautiful stretch here. You can stay longer in anything that you need to. Let's take an inhale and crunch the left knee to meet the right. Exhale, let's move into a standing split. Take an inhale, stretch it even more. Exhale, foot to the ground, sleeping chair. And then inhale, pull the belly towards the sky, roll up bone by bone of the spine. Easy does it. Hands through heart center. A lot of moving of blood flow there. You might feel dizzy upon your return. Take your time. Let's move to the other side when you feel ready. Opening up those palms. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, left foot for tree. Bring your hands to heart center. Good. Make sure you don't sit in that right hip. Everything is good and even in your foundation. You find your balance between your belly button and your lower back. Your left hand can rest over heart center. Your right fingers can reach up to the sky. You can take an inhale. And then exhale over to the left side. Opening up the right. Inhale, swing the arms to the side. Float the knee to face forward. Exhale, transition to a warrior three. Strengthen up that leg. You can soften into your supporting knee if you want. Inhale, fingertips forward. Exhaling to stay. Inhale, swing the knee forward, arms around. Exhale into eagle. Left elbow inside the right. Inhale, elbows up. Exhale, sit deep. Inhale, plant the feet, lift those elbows. Exhale, releasing the demon. Elbows into the center of the rib cage. Opening up the space between the shoulder blades in your upper back. Breathe into it. Inhale, unravel the arms. Open up heart center. Exhale and let everything go that was crunched over the center of the chest. Release the head, neck, and jaw. Good. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up slightly. Exhale, palms to the earth. Plank, you can drop to your knees. Inhale, float your left foot forward. Exhaling, we're staying. You can drop your back knee if you prefer. Inhale, left fingertips reach forward. Exhale, open up to the sky. What am I going to say? The inside of your left thigh and your rib cage are connected. Staying right here, jostling into it, maybe deciding you want to intensify. So you go bound, elbow on the knee or right hand to the outside of your left leg, reaching. One side's going to feel tighter. Wrapping, check in with your spine and lengthen it. And maybe bringing the right arm underneath the thigh. And we're breathing, lengthen from the heel through the crown of the head. When you're ready, inhale, plant the right palm, open it up. Exhale, left fingertips forward, hold it, inhale. Exhale, palm to the earth. Inhale, left hip pulls back. Pyramid pose, modifying as you like. You can hop the foot forward, drop to the outside of the foot in the back. Oh, you can keep the palms on the ground. You can clasp them at tailbone. It's up to you. Square off those hips a little bit. You can even add a little movement. I'm really into the movement in our stretches these days. Just softening the holding of the joints in a stretch. I've been finding that people stretch and they get very rigid in their stretch. They're forcing it. Oh, just move with it. Breathe with it. Find some rhythm in your stretch. Nicely done. Let's take an inhale and float the right knee to meet the left. Exhale, standing split. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, foot to the ground. Soften those knees. Inhale, roll it up. Bone by bone of the spine. Easy does it. Let the breath go. Opening those palms. Big breaths here. That was quite a journey. A lot of things shifting in the body. Let your body settle into being open. And a little movement. Let's do some circles to the right. So I want you to feel all the edges of your feet. And then circles to the left. And then close your eyes and do the same thing. Working our proprioception, how it feels with your feet connecting with the earth. All right, let's have some fun. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Let's tuck those fingers underneath the feet. And then inhale, I call this standing cat. Round that spine. Exhale, we're going to go into a sleeping cow. So instead of cat and cow, we're changing it up and doing it standing. You're going to bend the knees, belly over the thighs, look forward. Inhale, round it out. Exhale. One more. Inhale, round it out. On that exhale, drop that pelvis. Good. Take an inhale, float. Exhale. Let's come to a plank and go all the way down to the ground. Brush those elbows along the rib cage. We're going to keep going. Keep your hands underneath your shoulders or come to a sphinx position with your forearms on the ground. Inhale, rise up to where you feel comfortable. But the main thing you need to do is push those elbows and shoulders in and back. Inhale, lengthen that spine. As you exhale, you twist just a little bit to the right. Keep the shoulders and elbows grounded. Inhale. Exhale, shoulders and elbows grounded into the body, away from the neck. Inhale. Exhale, pull forward as you release down to the ground. We're going to do some work here. Tuck those toes. Inhale, keep the elbows tucked. Exhale, push up plank. You can go from the knees. Inhale, open your feet wider than your mat. And then drop the pelvis. Wide-legged plank. I know. Take an inhale here. Exhale, we're pushing back to a wide-legged downward dog, but you're walking your feet forward so your heels can touch the ground. Because watch this. Push off your palms and feel the length in your spine here. Rock into alternating hips. This one I suggest holding as long as you feel you're getting the relief and the release in it. Let the shoulders drop. Take an inhale and float your right hand to the outside of your left leg, calf, ankle above the knee. And then take another inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, you're twisting to look under the left arm, holding it and breathing. Inhale, right palm back to the earth. Exhale, push off the earth, come back to down dog, wide-legged down dog. Inhale, left arm floats to the outside of the right leg. Wherever you need it to be, not over the knee joint. Inhale, lengthen the spine, pull into the left elbow. Exhale, twisting. And we're breathing here. Inhale, come back, wide leg down dog. Exhale, push off those palms, get that gorgeous stretch. Let's walk the feet a little bit further back now so your heels are not on the ground. Good. Let's take an inhale, float the right knee forward to the outside of the left elbow. Twist, crunch, hold. Exhale, returning back. Inhale, left side, twist, crunch, hold. Returning back one more time each side. Inhale, right knee, left elbow. Exhaling back. And use that breath. Inhaling to float forward. Exhale back. Right leg floats forward. Let's drop into a pigeon. Get the left leg right behind the left hip here. Push the leg back and settle into the ground with the hips. So you can sit up. Lengthen the spine. You can lean into the palms if your lower back feels tight. And as each exhale comes freely, you can bring yourself lower. And adding some movement, adding some sway is almost like a comforting gesture. If you ever hang out with a group of parents or new parents, people who have been parents, you'll notice that everybody starts to sway. Or if you're in a group of parents and one person has their baby on their hip, that person will be rocking their child slowly side to side. And you'll notice that all the parents in the group start to sway. It's such a comforting movement. So give that to yourself as you're moving into these intense stretches. And let the breath flow with your movement. Knowing that even if your body becomes completely still, you're still moving. The fluidity of your breath is moving from inside your body. Big breath into your back body. Let all that heaviness go that you've been carrying around. Stay longer if you need to. If you're ready, hands under the shoulders, push up, inhale. Exhale, settling in. Palms to the earth. Let's tuck those back toes. Inhale, float the pelvis and the knee. Exhale, right leg floats back. Start walking in place and mountain climb yourself back to your hands. Soften into a sleeping chair. And then inhale, roll it up, bone by bone of the spine. Stretch up to the sky. And then exhale, legs forward, fold. Hands underneath those feet. Inhale, standing cat. Exhale, sleeping cow. Lengthen that spine. Inhale, standing cat. Exhaling. One more. Inhale, round it, stretch it, feel that spine open up. Exhale, build that strength, lengthen that spine. And then inhale, float. Exhale, palms to the earth, plank all the way down. Brush the elbows along the rib cage. Sphinx or cobra for your hands. Inhale, float the heart to where you feel comfortable. Your upper arms are going to fire. Inhale, lengthen the spine, shoulders and elbows tucked and grounded. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. That's all. Keep the elbows grounded. Inhale, center. Exhale, pull the heart forward as you roll back down. Tuck those toes, hands under the shoulders. Take an inhale, push up. You can come off the knees. Exhale, wide leg down dog. A wide leg plank, rather. Drop the pelvis. Good. Ground the shoulders. Soften the elbows so wrists aren't taking all the weight. Take an inhale. Exhale. Oh, push it back. Walk your feet forward and dig into this delicious stretch. You can rock side to side into each hip. You can get figure eights going. Just releasing any tension in the hip joint, lower back. It's all connected, so find some fluidity in the movement to connect the movement. Dig into this. If you need just to stay in this, do so. If you want to move on, left hand to the outside of the right leg. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale, come back. Exhale. Inhale, right hand, left leg. Stay for your exhale, and then inhale, lengthen and pull. Exhale, twist. Inhaling, palms back. Exhale, wide leg down dog. Walk those feet a little further away so you have some space to float the legs forward. Let's go for it. Inhale, left leg, right elbow. Exhale, push back. Inhale, right knee, left elbow. Exhale, push back. You've got this. One more time each side. Crunch and hold, and then bring it back. Inhaling, crunch and hold. Bring it back. Here we go. Inhale, float the left foot forward. Pigeon, you want to walk that right leg in just behind the right hip as you settle your pelvis into the earth. Pull the right leg back so it creates space. Here we are. Beautiful release. Feel the tailbone settling. And with each exhale, you can take yourself further down. Maybe you need just to sit up and lengthen your spine today in your pigeon. Maybe you want to dig a little deeper into that hip area. As you're breathing in and creating space with that breath, pay attention to your exhale. Can you completely let go? And are all parts of your body cooperating and letting go? So as we focus on the hip and the area that's really screaming at us right now, what are the other areas of our body doing? Can you be relaxed? Are you gritting your teeth? Is your face crunched? Are your shoulders hunched? Completely surrendering into this. Nice big breath into the back body here. Beautiful. Staying longer if you need it, if you're ready to rise up, palms under the shoulders, inhaling. Giving yourself some time, settling back into your open body. So good. Palms to the earth. Tuck those back toes. Float the knee and the hips. And then just bring your left leg back. Walk it out in place and mountain climb back to those hands. Inhale, roll it up bone by bone of the spine. Welcome yourself to your new body. Hands through to heart center. Let's go to the ground. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, if you want to, full squat. If you need to, stop at the knees. And extend those legs out in front. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, if you want to, you can push the palms to the outside edges of your feet. You can walk your hands along your legs. Just dig into your stretch. Same thing we did at the beginning. Give little walks forward with those feet. Inhale, roll it up bone by bone of the spine. Bending the knees, planting the feet. Exhale, push the feet away. Bring your hands through heart center. Roll it all the way down. Jostle your body into the earth. We're almost there. Inhale, knees over the belly. Rock side to side. And as you keep rocking side to side, drop your knees to the outside edges of your rib cage. And let's move into a happy baby, grabbing the outside edges of your feet, tucking your elbows inside the knees, and lifting those feet. If this doesn't work, grab under the knees. You can alternate stretching each leg. You can stretch both. A lot of free play here. Good. Let's bring those knees back to center. Nice big inhale, exhale, settle them in. Keep the tailbone on the ground. And I want you to take a big breath into your belly. Expand the belly up into your thighs. And then as you exhale, releasing the breath, let the belly sink towards the earth. And maybe you create a little bit more space for the knees to approach the ribs a bit more. Maybe not, but just allow the connection of the expanding breath to move into the thighs, create some heat, and then exhale, create some space. Inhale, squeeze everything in. If you want, hold it. 3, 2, 1. Exhale, free the arms, the legs, the back of the head. Jostle yourself into the earth again. Connect yourself up with that energy. Settling, grounding, strengthening. An energy of growth. When you feel ready, you can gently wiggle into your fingers and your toes, circles for your ankles and wrists, rock your head side to side, and gently bring your feet towards your hips, bending at those knees. Allow the knees to float back to the earth and roll yourself to whichever side feels that comfortable. Stay for a moment there, check in. You ready to move on with your day? Or need another moment here? I think we're ready. Let's push our palms into the earth so you can rise up, no strain on that back. Coming back to that seated position you started in. Wiggle yourself because you found all this space to grow into. You've cultivated everything that makes you whole and complete. Your patience, your strength, your will. Will to decide how you're going to allow things into you with ease and a breath, and responding grounded in your strength. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Let's gather everything we've created in our space today. Exhale, bring those to heart center and tuck them in. All that goodness you've created today. Thank you for making it in, sharing your practice. It's always appreciated, especially when we make it through without dogs barking or doorbells ringing.